Thank you, Mr. Moderator, for giving me this opportunity. It's a great pleasure for me to speak at this conclave which you have arranged and which gives us an opportunity to discuss more about the bilateral relations in this pandemic period when we do not have much opportunities to discuss. I will go straight into the topic. You have asked me to concentrate more on the 2010 onwards, but I would like to take your indulgence in allowing me to refer to one historical point which is very important. Our relationship with Nepal started right from the beginning of our journey as a nation. In 1971, during our War of Liberation, the people and the government of Nepal provided us support for which we remain grateful to Nepal. So the relationship is very strong. The people of Nepal are in our heart. And then since Nepal was one of the first countries to recognize us, today it is not only the golden jubilee of our birth, but also the golden jubilee of our relationship with Nepal. So this bond is very strong, as I mentioned. That is also because of the contextual similarities that we have between our two countries. We have similar situations, we have similar challenges, we have similar views, and we take similar positions in the international platform as well. And at this leadership level also, they have very strong bondage. As you all know that the Right Honorable President visited Bangladesh only in March during this pandemic period to attend the March centenary of the father of nation of Bangladesh, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. You know this is a very important celebration in our country, and the presence of Honorable President was a demonstration of the strength of our bondage. If I go into the economic cooperation field, I should mention what we did and what we need to do. Frankly, we did not do very well. We could not translate the personal chemistry of the leadership of the two countries into meaningful economic cooperation as of now. You will be surprised to know that despite being very close countries, our trade volume is only for $50 million, of which Bangladesh has $40 million in its favor and Nepal $10 million. There are many countries many companies in the region which have more net output of more than $50 million. So this trade volume is abysmally poor. So what are the areas where we can cooperate with each other? If I want to mention that, you know that Bangladesh has become a hub of garments in the recent past, and we are finding opportunities for investment in other countries as well, other developing countries which have similar situations like ours. And we have already invested in many countries, many developing countries. So Nepal could be one of the destinations for Bangladesh's investment in the garment sector also. We are producing a very high quality pharmaceuticals and electronics in the recent times. Bangladesh pharmaceuticals of world-class standard, and we are exporting to 146 countries in the world, including the US and European Union. So this could be one area. We are also exporting leather, ceramics, furniture, and electronics after meeting our local demands as well. So in the economic field, apart from these products, there is one area which I think it's very important for us to cooperate is the international platforms. As you all know that Bangladesh and Nepal both are graduating from LDC to MIC status in the next few years. And in fact, in 2024, we'll be graduating finally. We have already graduated officially. But from 2024, we will no longer be receiving the international support measures like market access, patent waiver, and concessional finances. So that's an issue of concern for both the countries. And added to this is the fact that the COVID situation is pushing us backwards. So we need to work together to extend this period of international support. As you know that ECOSOC has already given recommended for extension of the period from 2024 to 2026. But the General Assembly is yet to give its nod. So Bangladesh and Nepal should work together to pursue this case to extend the waiver. So that's one of the very important areas we should work. Taking opportunity of the visit that I just mentioned, we signed some very important agreements which were pending for a long time. These are the boosters of trade, which we believe it will act as boosters. One is related to the facilitating quarantine and plant hygiene in the border areas. One is about the opening of a new route through India, which will be shorter and more feasible than the existing. And one is on promotion of tourism, and the last one is about the cultural cooperation between the two countries. As we are facing the challenges of COVID, as well as the impending challenge of graduation from LDC to MIC, we have realized that there is no alternative to regional integration, and we should have more trade between our two countries. So we are negotiating a preferential treaty agreement, preferential trade agreement between our two countries, and that is at the final stage, and we hope that will be signed very soon. We are also negotiating a bilateral investment and trade agreement between the two countries. So if I may conclude, there are three areas where we can have more economic cooperation. One is the garments and pharmaceutical sector, which is where Bangladesh can invest in Nepal. Secondly, Nepal can invest in tourism in Bangladesh. You know that Bangladesh has the longest beach, and it has richest tourism opportunities also. So Nepal could invest in Bangladesh. And one area which has generated huge enthusiasm in Bangladesh is that the possibility of our investment in the hydropower sector in Nepal, where we can import electricity. That would be of mutual benefit to both the countries. But there are some challenges. I think one of the challenges that I face, I see that there is some lack of eagerness or interest in both the countries to engage with each other, which is very sad, but we'll have to overcome that. And also our bureaucracy is very strong and slow. So in spite of that, I hope that our relationship will strengthen. Lastly, as you mentioned, you wanted to know about the cooperation during the pandemic period. You know that Bangladesh is a producer of pharmaceuticals, and we have tried to extend whatever possible to support Nepal, and we have sent 2 consignments of life-saving drugs, including remdesivir and some essential healthcare items to the Nepalese government. And the Bangladesh Army has also sent a consignment of life-saving drugs to its Nepalese counterpart. And I think that we will have more cooperation in this field in the days to come. I think I have exhausted my time. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity